Okay, so we need a little spacing here, but let's get the sizing right first. So I'm going to inspect this element and I'm going to adjust the size on it. Let's do font size. Let's try 18 pixels. Okay, so we're trying to get it to line up with this. I'm gonna select site so we have it side by side. Okay, that's maybe a little bit big. Let's try 16. I'm gonna zoom in to get a better feel for the comparison between the two. Okay, so 16 actually looks right. So I'm going to add a new selector for the select eyes input directly. And let's change the font size. We'll use px2rem. And then we'll want to adjust the color since it's a little lighter in our design. I'm gonna jump over to our variables to take a look at our color palette. So let's give medium dark gray or medium gray a try. Okay, I'll jump back. We'll do color and we'll try medium dark gray. We'll save this and refresh. All right, so we get the color change. It seems like we could still go a little bit darker, but our size didn't hold. So we're probably having our font size overridden here. So let's see why that's happening. Okay, so if we look at this and we scroll down through our styles, we see that we're actually just setting the font size improperly. I must be getting a little bit tired. So let's remove this PX. We don't actually need that there and refresh again. Okay, and now let's try medium darker gray to bump up to the next level of dark over here and refresh. All right, that looks good. Now let's add some spacing here. So let's go to the div and click on the before so we can play with the spacing here in the browser. And we'll do margin right. Let's try 0.2 EMs. All right, maybe a little more. Let's try 3, 4. Okay, 4 looks good. So for this before here, let's adjust the margin to the right to the 0.4 EM. And now let's set the size of this. So I'll do a quick measurement in the browser here with my screen measuring tool. So it's gonna be about 78 pixels. Now, where do we wanna set that? Do we want it to do the outer div here or the inner div? Let's try the outer div first. So again, that's this selector here, and we'll set the width for 78 pixels, but let's convert it to rems. Save that, refresh. All right, that looks good. So now we need to adjust the padding here to make it the right size, height-wise. Let's see where the padding is coming from. So here's our div, here's the inner div, and it looks like the padding is set in here somewhere. So padding 8 pixels, 8 pixels. If we change this to 6 or 4, it looks like 4 is gonna be about right. So the selector here, it looks like it's our select eyes input. So we've already made some adjustments to that here. So we'll just continue adding. We'll do padding and we'll convert to rems. So now if we set this to 4, it would reset the padding for everything. Let's save this and see what it looks like. Okay, so the top and bottom look right, but we need a little bit more spacing on the left. So let's adjust this so that we're also setting the left, and we'll set it back to 8 pixels. This will also set it to the right because we're using the shorthand, but because we're using width here, it will still fit within our box. Okay, so we're getting close here. The only thing left is that we need to remove this little box shadow that we removed in our other select, and we also need to drop the rounded corners in the upper right and lower right hand corners so that it can bump right up next to the input that comes next. So let's look at our contact form for where we dropped that shadow. So it's in the select eyes input, and we set the box shadow and WebKit box shadow to none. I'm just gonna copy this and go back over to our search form and paste this in.